I often describe it this way. I don't make pedestal sculpture. I make works that are high relief, that go on the wall. Sometimes they're room size, sometimes they're smaller. I describe myself as a mixed media installation artist, even though most of what I do falls in the category of sculpture. So why do I make art? That's very hard to answer because I can't remember a time when I didn't love to draw, when I didn't love to make pictures. And the more I thought about this question, the more I thought in terms of language. So visual art is another kind of language. We have poetry, which uses words, but it's not the same as spoken language. We have music, which is an audio language, but not the same as listening to words. We're listening to sequences of notes. And working with visual images also is a language. Is it important? Well, it's important not to shut up. It's important to keep speaking because it is part of human existence. And unless we talk to each other, we will never progress as human beings. So I was asked to talk a little bit about the works that were chosen for the Don't Shut Up exhibition. And I find it interesting that the curators chose two works of mine, one from 20 years ago and one from just a few years ago. The first piece I'm going to talk about is called Garden of Earthly Delights. And I hope you can see this. You should be able to see a face with what's a strawberry, it might be a little hard to see, in the mouth of the face, the word luscious, and then an architectural medallion, this sort of circle going around the face. It's made out of cast paper. This, if you can see it, is a plaster mold, and this is the strawberry mold I used for that. And what I was trying to do was set up a situation that, number one, the women became almost invisible. Everything was painted the same color as the walls, a light gray. So when you first walked into the gallery, it was sort of hard to see what you were looking at, and that was on purpose. So you have these sort of women's faces blending into the architecture. But then as you went closer, the light would sort of glint off the iridescent paint and see a fruit in an open mouth and a word. And the words that I linked up with the fruit are often used for describing women. So you just saw luscious strawberry, but I also did tart lemon, tender artichoke, even broad bean, ripe fig. Okay. So I was trying to set up a little bit of tension here where the women can't speak because something's been stuffed in their mouths, all right? But it wasn't something disgusting stuffed in their mouths. It was things that we eat, okay? Things that we normally like. And the same thing with the words in a way are compliments. So Garden of Earthly Delights, in a way, sets up a situation where women are silenced by compliments. Okay. And I think it fits in well with the premise of this exhibition of women and their voices being heard. The second piece is called She Talks Too Much. And it was made a few years ago for a self-portrait show that I was invited to participate in. So again, it's a cast of my own face, but this time it's not in paper. It's in something called Hydrastone, and you can get incredible detail with Hydrastone. And my mouth is open again, but this time nothing is stuffed in it. Instead, letters are just pouring out of my mouth. But what's interesting is they don't spell words. Again, it comes from a personal situation, and that I do like to talk, but many times I've been told that I talk too much. Well, what's too much? And that got me doing a little bit of research on women around the world and what they're told in terms of speaking. We women need to use our swords.